Welcome in all my friends. Lazy Retired Granny here. It is Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. The time is 7:38 here in bright sunshine, Salem, Oregon. It is a little cool out there, but that sun is bright. I've got the drape shut because it's streaming through here. All right, so I am continuing my journey on Diamond Art Club's Anticipation of the Day Ahead by Chuck Pinson. And I got this barn partially completed, and I've moved over now to this side and will be working my way over. This is a 36.6 inches by 27.6 inches, or 93 by 70 centimeters. There are 59 colors, which includes 4 ABs, which stands for Aurora Borealis, which are drills that have a special effect coated on them, and they're great for creating extra shimmering effects on the diamond painting. So let me move this just a tad. Yep, there's that barn. Got it done. So I'm going to do this next section. Yay for me. Okay. So just about to the final edge over here. And then I can move upwards. So I do have my caffeinated breakfast blend coffee next to me. And underneath the warming lamp for the candle wax, I have frosted sugar cookie today. Now, when I was at Bi-Mart yesterday, I did go to their wax melt section, and I picked this up. And look at it, it's got little drills on the top. Yeah, so they, here at my Bi-Mart, they have the Artesian collection. These are $2.29, which is a little bit cheaper than at Walmart. Yeah, so I got this one. And then I got buttered maple bourbon. Yeah, so it's got sprinkles on the top also. So I thought I'd check these out and see what their melts were like. Yeah, I went up to Bi-Mart because my cousin told me that they had Diamond Dots or Leisure Arts diamond paintings there. So I ran up there quick yesterday morning with Ellie, and I checked them out. And I did a video yesterday. Not a real good one, but I did one. Yeah, so I have issues with showing big canvases in my space, so yeah, but oh well, at least you got to see it, and Multnomah Falls. But anyway, I thought, I'm just going to browse around because I have not been in Bi-Mart for a long time. And so, yeah, I went to the candle section, and I saw these, and I was sniffing away. And, yeah, I thought, oh, I'm going to try these. They smell pretty darn good. All right, so I'm going to start with the down arrow, which is 45. 3, 3, 4, 6. Let's see what that is. Hunter green. looks like we got some up here. Okay. So yeah, yesterday morning I left about 9 o'clock, 9:15 I think it was, and I went to the bottle drop. I had 2 bags and David's bottles, and he has an account where you can buy bags and get labels, and you put them in one of their bags, and you just put them in this chute thing, and they count them, and it goes right into your account. Well, I have never done that before, and I told them, I'm going to try it. Let me see what happens, rather than me stand there putting them in the chute one by one. So he needed more bags, and he needed labels. So I grabbed the 2 bags, and I went inside, and oh my gosh, this guy that was at the customer service, super, super nice. And he helped me, told me, you know, what to do. So I went to the little machine, and I got 10 labels. And then I went back up to the customer service, and I got the bags for David. I got 2 boxes, so he's got 20 bags. So that should last a while. And then he said, okay, now you go outside to the chute, and you put your bags in there. Well, you have like a debit card with your account stuff on it, and you just put it in the slot. You run the slot, and it prints out the labels for you based on, you know, the information on your card. And then when you get the bags at customer service, they just subtract that from your account. So anyway, then you, of course, you don't have to do that every time. Now I've got the supplies. I'm all armed and ready for Friday when I take back some more, because we needed more bags. So I'm going to put you on hold for just a moment. Okay, I took care of the nose problem. So then I went over to the chute, and you put your card in, and it unlocks the chute thing. And you open up the door, and you put your bags in there. Well, it's really a weird thing how to get your stuff in there. But anyway, yeah, you put the labels on the front of the bag, and then you put them in the chute. And yeah, and then they do whatever, they count them and everything, and apply that to your account. And so there was a really nice man behind me. I didn't even know he was there, but I was trying to get the bag in, and he held open the chute for me. So I thought, or the door, and I think he was watching to see if I was having any issues, because the place where you put him in the chute thing, it was kind of full. But anyway, he was really, really nice, and I got him in, and I said, yep, I'm a newbie at this. And he laughed, and he said, that's okay, you just take your time. And so I got him in, and I said, okay, that's all done and dusted. Well, that was painless. So now I know what I'm doing when I go back on Friday. And I can just park down there by the chute, run the card, and it'll take me all of like 1 minute. So, yes. So then I went over to Weimar and was checking out. Oh, there's your secret message. I'll take coffee while she's doing her message. Okay, so they changed things up a little bit since I was at Weimar. They used to have a crafting aisle, not huge. I mean, it was one aisle, one side, and it wasn't there. So I had to ask the lady where it was at. First I said, where's your diamond paintings? And she looked at me like, what? I don't have any idea what you're talking about. So then I said, your craft aisle? And she goes, oh, it's over in electronics. Okay. So I went over to electronics, and the diamond paintings were on an end aisle. And I tried to take a video, but it wasn't working. I don't know why I couldn't take videos, but yeah. Wasn't a working. So they had a lot of the partials there, the small partials, some medium-sized partials. Nothing that was floating my boat. So they had 2 of the multnomah balls. That's what I was after. I wanted to get that. And it is a full drill. So they had another one there that was bigger, but it also was a partial. And but I was looking for the full drill. So, so then I moseyed around a little bit, went over to the candles, did the sniff test, and bought those 2 and checked out. Boy, I was motating along. There was hardly any traffic out for some reason, and yeah, so I was zipping around. So I got back home, and I thought, you know, we were supposed to have a partial eclipse, so, and it was supposed to be at about 11:20 a.m. So it was super cloudy. There was no sun. There was no moon. But I thought, you know, I'm holding out. I'm going to see if it's going to show itself. Well, it didn't. So that was a bust. But I had my glasses, and I was out there looking all around. But when you wear those glasses, it's pitch dark with them on. And so you can only see, it only filters out the sun, you know, when the eclipse happens. And there was nothing. It was darkness. So, but that's okay. Ellie's eating her breakfast, if you hear her crunching over there. When she eats, she's not a gorge eater. She's a very slow eater. And she gets her dry food, a few in her mouth, and, you know, she crunches it up. I swear, you know, you're supposed to chew on your food 20 times before you swallow or something. And she does that. She's a very slow eater. She always has been. She's never wolfed food down, so she savors every bite. Even her cookies. Yeah, she doesn't inhale them. She's got to chew each bite. That's when I play. We have this little game, and I've been playing this game with her since she was a pup, where I take some cookies and I lay them around, the house, and she's got to go find them. She absolutely loves that game. And I can be way ahead of her because she finds one and she's got to, chew it all the way. And then these are minis, and they're really, really small. And they're only 5 calories a piece, so with her diet plan, she can have, she can actually have about 15 of them, but she gets about 10 a day. So, but she's chews them and then goes and finds another one. She loves that little game. My place is so small, though, that it's hard to find. I have to 2 trips around to lay them out for her. But she knows where I put them. So, oh my gosh, if she thinks that I'm going to be laying cookies out, she'll go start sniffing and see if there's any cookies in the places where I hide it. Oh, she's so funny. Oh, good, she found it. I have discovered she does not like, okay, so what I do, she's got a feeding trough and it sits up because she's a big dog, and you're not supposed to let your dog eat flat on the ground. Big dogs, little dogs probably doesn't matter, but big dogs. So it's supposed to be where they don't have to lean their head down so much to eat. So hers sits on this thing along with her water. Well, there's only 2 dishes there, so she gets her wet food, and so I put that in a bowl and set it on top of the dry food. And after she eats the dry food, or the wet food, then I take that bowl off, and then she can eat her dry food. Well, she has decided that she doesn't like that bowl sitting on top of her dry food. And this is just an observation over the last week or so. So today I thought, you know what, I'm going to try an experiment and put her, give her dry food in her bowl, and then her wet food I put in her bowl, but I set it on the cedar chest, which is a good height for her, and I just set it there. I didn't know if she was going to find it or not, and she did, and she ate it. She ate her dry food and then her wet food. So maybe I have found a way that she likes to eat. She's very picky on her eating. How she eats, I'm not picky. She just was comfortable for her. So we will see if it looks like it's going to work, because she went over. In fact, let me just double check. Oh, perfect. Perfect, Ellie. Good girl. Good job. Good job, girl. Yeah, yesterday she wouldn't eat her breakfast. And it sat all day. And then I just moved her wet food. I just set it on the floor. And she went right over there and gobbled it up along with her dry food. So that's what kind of triggered it for me, that she's not liking that. So this morning she's happy. She gobbled both of it down. Yeah, she's very smart. Yesterday I put her leash on her and we went out and did a sniff walk just around the circular driveway, and we were out there for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, and just her sniffing. And the landlord's son's dog was here Sunday, and oh, she was on the scent. I could tell everywhere he was at, or she was at, Ellie was following the trail. But yeah, I just let her have a leisurely sniff walk and enjoy all the smells and stuff. She hasn't been out to do that in a while. I have to put her on the leash now because of all the activity going on around here, because it's cherry season, getting ready for that, and so they're out there, and I don't want her chasing after the farmers and tractors, and she's not supposed to be doing that kind of activity anyway. She gets enough of that in the yard, chasing after the cars going down the driveway and all that. So yeah. So it's supposed to be sunny today, so we'll go out and take another walk. My son, who lives upstairs, he was out over the weekend and cut a lot of the limbs and trees and whatnot, and there were stacks and stacks of limbs on the side of the yard, and I noticed that I thought it was kind of weird, because it was like he stopped in mid-work, but I thought, well, you know, maybe he had to go do something, you know, and he'd finish it later. I didn't think anything of it. Well, yesterday, the landlord was over with one of his helpers, and they were picking up all those limbs and whatnot. And then my son from upstairs came out, and my son next door came out, and I was out there with Ellie, and my son upstairs came down, and he was walking really slow, and apparently when he was doing that work, he did something to his back or to his hip area, and he couldn't even walk. He could barely get out of bed Monday morning, and so he called the doctor, and he went in yesterday morning, and he had pulled some muscles, and he was having muscle spasms really bad, and I guess it was really swollen. And just one second to see what color this is. 470. light avocado green. So the doctor touched where oh, excuse me, where my son said it was bothering him. You know, he could barely walk. My daughter-in-law had to drive him to the doctor's office. And anyway, the doctor just touched it and he goes, oh my gosh. He said, yes, that is really swollen and it's just kind of this constant spasming. So they gave him an injection and then they put him on 2 different medications. I don't know what they put him on, but he said right after the injection, you know, he could walk pretty good. It felt pretty good. And then he got in the car and he just dropped my daughter-in-law off, I guess at work. And then he came home. And the doctor told him to stay off work yesterday and today. And he's supposed to have the heating pad on it and then do stretches and a little bit of walking. So anyway, he dropped my daughter-in-law off at her work, you know, because it was feeling better after that injection. So my daughter-in-law, she just works down the road a couple miles. And anyway, he drove home and parked the car and he tried to get out of the car. And he said he couldn't even get, he was just struggling to get out of the car. And so he finally got out of the car and went inside and laid on the heating pad. And but anyway, the landlord showed up and they were getting those limbs, and Kevin was out, my son was out talking to him, and then he came over here and told us about da-da-da-da-da. Well, then my son said, I gotta go lay down. He said, I've been up for about 15 minutes, you know, doing my walk, and he said, I gotta go lay down. So he went back upstairs and laid down. Well, then it was probably, I don't know, an hour later, and I thought, I hear a lawnmower going out there. And it sounded like my son's lawnmower. And it's like, no way can he be out there. He's got a riding lawnmower. You know, on that riding lawnmower, mowing the yard. But I wouldn't put it past him. You know, he's like me. You're bored if you're just sitting there doing nothing. And, but, so I went outside and it was my landlord that was on the lawnmower. He was mowing for Kevin, because Kevin over the weekend, you know, was, you know, doing stuff and he wasn't able to get that done. So then my landlord mowed both sides plus the field out front. So he must have felt sorry for my son, so it was just... And then my son and daughter-in-law and 2 grandsons, they're leaving Thursday. They have reservations over at the beach, and they'll be back Saturday. And I said, oh my gosh, Kevin, you know, I hope you're okay by then. You know, that's going to be not good if you can't, you know, get up and do stuff. And he said, well, you know, he's supposed to go back to work tomorrow, so yeah, hopefully the medication kicks in. He said, well, if not, you know, Leanna can drive, and I'll just lay around and relax and ring the bell for service. So they're staying, he was saying they found this place. I'm not for sure if it's like a cabin. I don't know, but anyway, they're going there because my grandson, who is 17, is leaving the end of the month. I think it's the 30th. And he is going to be going into a welding program, and plus getting his diploma. He'll be going to school plus welding school. And so yeah, so they want to, you know, go out, spend time with him before he leaves, because he'll be gone for a year. So we'll see how he does in that. So that'll be weird, to him not being around for them. I think it'll be good for him. Got a dog hair in here. Did I get it? No. Alright, where's my tweezers? Oh boy, I moved things around and now I don't know where everything's at. Oh, where's my tweezers? There we go. Let's see if I can get it out of my tray. Oh, I just moved it around. There we go. Got it. Nailed it. Alright, I know you can't see my tray, but what am I doing? Lines. So yeah, he'll be, don't know if they're going to have a going away party for him, but yeah, he's going to be gone for a year. I guess they can go visit him on the weekend. It's, I don't know, a couple hours away from here where he's going. Is it Job Corps or something? I don't know. It's, he has, a few learning issues, so they're hoping this will help him. He's been, on their waiting list for like a year to get into this program. And he's a junior in high school this year, so hopefully this will help him. Probably be a good thing to kind of be away from mom and dad, and he's not a real active kid. He doesn't, really has no interest in sports or that kind of thing. He did play Little League for T-ball when he was little, but yeah, it just didn't float his boat. Not into sports. He's a quiet kid. Just, I mean, doesn't get in trouble or, you know, anything. He just is very quiet. Oh, Ellie's bumping my arm. She's a bumping my arm. Coffee time. Got it. Oh, when I was at Weimar, they had a 50% off Easter stuff, and there wasn't a whole lot there. It was like hardly anything. But they did have these little stuffies, and she loves, you know, she loves her stuffies. And the one they had, well, actually they did have probably 12 of them, but the one I have, she's had before, and she still carries that one around. She's had it a long time. It's well used. But I found her another one. It's got some pink in it, and so I got that for her. And yeah, it's bite-sized for her. But anyway, when I got to the car, I tried to give it to her. Nope. That was not a car toy. She just kind of, And so we got home, and I had it in my purse, and she was just chomping at the bits to get her stuffy. Then she wanted it. Yeah, that's a home thing. It's not a car thing. So she's been carrying that new baby around. She's my pacifier baby. She always carries something around with her. Especially when she's around people that she knows, she has to grab something and put it in her mouth because she knows she's a kisser. And, you know, most people don't like dogs to kiss them. And so she's, I don't know, since she was a pup and people would tell her, don't kiss me, no. She just grabbed a toy. She did it on her own. So that's what she does now. And she just goes wild. I mean, when she sees, like, if she sees my son out there, she just, I'll have to take a video of it sometime. Yeah, she's just looking around. Where's the toys? Where's my toy? I got to put something in my mouth. And then she'll grab something and off she'll go. To go see, you know, my son or grandkids. Yeah. The landlord came over. We were outside and he came over and we were chit-chatting, and yeah, Ellie just loves them. So she's all over that. You know, and it's like, Ellie, just mind your manners. I know you like them, but boy, there's a lot of lines. Well, I'm in the green area, I guess. And this is going to be, I think, this must be, you know, more of the barn stuff. But we got dark colors in here, no reds, so we must have all that done. Now I lost my place. There I am. Yet today I am cleaning the kitchen up. Getting it sparkly clean. And I'm going to do some dusting. So while this is uploading, I'll do that. And maybe it'll be warmed up a little bit and take Ellie out for another walk. She'll like that. She liked her walk yesterday. Maybe we'll try a brisk walk today rather than a sniff walk. Yeah, I still have to wear my boots out there. I can't wear my tennis shoes because it's still so damp. And where we walk at, if we're in the grass and all that, I don't want my tennis shoes on and just, you know, get them all wet. Because the ground's still pretty wet. However, if if the sun comes out, I might be able to go mow a little bit. Whoops, pour too much in there. Yeah, because the grass is saying, mow me, so we can grow some more. But I may have to wait another day because it might be too wet out there. We will see. All right, how long have I been on here? 42 minutes. Well, we got that much done. Not a lot, huh? That's what I can do in 42 minutes. Well, a little bit less than that, but alrighty. Well, I am going to let you go. And I do appreciate you stopping by. And if you like this video, yep, give me that old thumbs up. And if you are not one of my friends, please press the friend button, or AKA subscribe. And leave a comment. Let me know what you're doing. What's the weather in your area? Oh, and did you watch the eclipse? Give me an eclipse update. And yeah, leave me comments. Tell me what you're doing. Give me updates in the email of pictures. And I will post them on here. But other than that, I appreciate you stopping by and visiting. And I will chat with you later.